Because it's like, God help you if you are the slightest bit off in your jumping. Because you will be careened off into Netherland. Really?
Just because you hit the car.
There is no recovery time, and there is no invincibility.
That tornado's carrying a car.
I swear, I almost played the segment trying to make it slow down. Because it doesn't even seem plausible to do lightspeed dash here.
You can, but it's just not real practical. Even though I heard that's the best way, but it just doesn't seem practical
Yeah,
to me.
I think my wife was actually watching an LP of this, and that's what the guy did. He just did nothing but lightspeed dashes. And I just don't see that as plausible right here. Oh, especially if they do that!
Shit! Where am I?
There we go. Extra life.
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. No. Okay. Oh, you... It seems useful here, actually.
A little bit, now that it's a little bit more spread out.
Oh my god, thank God!
Oh, thank you!
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, okay. People might have to forgive our silence in Crisis City, but seriously, I wanted to give Alex the concentration.
I got a B on that! Jeez. Okay, this would have been really amazing, but still a B. Considering how much trouble I had in that stage, and...
That is absurd, guys!
Oh.
Sonic Team, seriously!
Shadow episode is now unlocked.
That was not worth it. Not for an episode. Please, save it. Let's not ever come back here. This game's horrible!
Oh my god.
No matter where we go, all we see are
In the heart of the cards.
How can this be our future?
How could it come to this?
Can we go back to having fun now? Can I start making jokes again?
Could it be true? If I eliminate that guy, will our world be saved?
The
It's also Dan
disaster.
Green.
Here are my records of this event. This was when Iblis was freed and his flames were
Is that
released
supposed to
into
be
the world.
Shadow? It's not Shadow. You'll find out, really. He just takes the form of Shadow.
And you have this person to blame.
I was gonna say, for Shadow, that looks especially evil.
I see
Da
it.
da da
That blue
da.
hedgehog's the Iblis trigger?
I was not humming Duel of the Fates there.
Blue hedgehog.
Hi, Blaze. What are you doing in this game?
Exactly.
I'll send us
No,
back
really,
to
Blaze shouldn't be in this
point
game.
when the Iblis trigger
By
was
no
applied.
counts. I'm not one of those types to complain about Sonic's friends, but Blaze has really no point in being in this game.
Well, where was Blaze introduced? Sonic Advance?
Sonic Rush Adventure.
Sonic Rush Adventure.
What the? Who was that guy? He looked just like Shadow.
Which is an alternate dimension.
This is terrible! According to the data, the princess died when she was kidnapped by Eggman. Apparently, Eggman's battleship exploded.
Because plot!
The date of this incident was 2 days after the Festival of the Sun.
If we don't return in time, Elise will die on board Eggman's battleship. That means...
Your bestial relationship will not
I think
continue?
so.
Exactly.
So this is pluses for Amy. So Amy should become the bad guy to stop you from doing this. What of that is I supposed to get from the plot? Time travel is weird?
You guys are so
Oh, shut up.
slow. Look.
A Chaos Emerald! You've already found one!
Well now, I may not look it, but I'm a real
Oh,
treasure.
Rouge's voice is so
Unlike a
inappropriate
certain
in this
echidna
game.
I know.
It's bad.
What?
Well, the Four kids' voices started off in Shadow.
Have you guys discovered anything?
In fact, the only Four kids' voice that has stayed on since is Dr. Eggman's, which is Mike Pollock.
You mean we've got to go
Which is understandable because
If you don't like it, you can stay
because
here.
the Adventure
Got to
Eggman
be
died
kidding.
sometime after.
Don't be late.
Don't be late. You.
Same to you.
Same to you. I'm so badass.
Exactly. I'm so anti-Sonic. The Flame Core.
Look, even a game called Sonic the Hedgehog Shadow upstages Sonic.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I know I'm a Shadow fan, but still, I like Sonic. That doesn't mean that it is...
Well, that's the problem, is that now you have Goku-Vegeta syndrome. And as cool as Goku was in DBZ, Vegeta was cooler. So now you have that problem with Shadow. And somebody's gonna mention, oh yeah, there he goes, more DBZ references. How can you not? With this series!
It's a Sonic game, it's full of DBZ references.
You might as well have said Akira Toriyama wrote the Sonic the Hedgehog manga. And people would believe it!
We discussed this like last time too.
We've discussed this numerous times.
I'm honestly surprised they've never gotten Toriyama to write a Sonic manga, considering how much fans do.
Well, I think we even put out an open invitation to people. If he has, please let us know. We'll read it. Like we'll check it out and read it.
And because of the physics, you fall into the lava, your rings all scatter away from you.
Is it the time for me to revisit the physics voice?
Because
Because Havoc physics doesn't work in this game? Look, I'm sorry, this is not the engine's fault. I've seen plenty of Havoc games that have played better than this.
Yeah, it's not the it's not...
It's, if anything, it is misutilized, or underutilization of Havoc.
I don't know if it's that or if it's just... I think it's just really badly programmed.
Yeah.
They just had...
That's it.
You've said it before, the Sonic team just had no idea how to program a physics engine.
Apparently not. Which is actually something to say because they technically had to program their own engine in the first games! There was nobody like John Carmack handing out engines back then!
No!
I can't get past this because I can't stay on the damn wall. At the very least, we're past Crisis City, but God.
Or maybe I don't know that. Maybe there was people actually handing out engines. But not like John Carmack was. Not like Crytek. Not like Unreal.
Thank you, Sonic. Why don't you just do that for a change? Gotta be careful not to fall off here.
If I use a homing attack on that monster, I'll be able to reach the other side.
Okay, so...
Lots of awkward
I'm
homing.
trying very hard not to jinx you right now. Oh, man.
Lava shoots up from that fiery hill.
It just seems to be like there's too much going on.
There is too much going on. Which is why we're constantly seeing slowdown all the time.
There's too much to observe. Too many enemies to keep track of. Too many hazards to keep watch of.
More of the head. Gotta hit it once when it comes into view.
And yay, the kill all the enemies on the screen before you can advance. I mean, at least with the mech stages and in Shadow the Hedgehog, you had a gun to make quick work of them. Here you gotta, like, wail on them for 20 seconds.
Well, even in the later games, you know, because we played Lost World, the homing attack at least, you know, could hone in on multiple enemies and was 10 times more helpful than this. You know, that's the thing too. In Lost World, you don't really even utilize the homing attack as much as you probably should.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, the game is not kidding you, Alex.
This bridge is gonna collapse any minute.
But
Wait,
Sonic Team was definitely joking when they actually called this a game. This has become the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of current day current gen of what not to do with a game. Yes, I went to the AVGN reference of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That game has pretty much been lauded of, if you want to make an indie game, you learn from that and how it failed. This is the exact concept. You learn from Sonic 06 before you make your PS4 game. That way you know what not to do.
Use the footing that comes floating along with the lava flow.
And to the person that's eventually going to come out and say, no, you guys are being too hard. This was one failure amongst however many good games they made. Exactly. How many good games did they have under their belt before this piece of crap came down the pipeline?
It's really hard for me to forgive this game, just because... Not because it's next gen, and not because they should really know better, but just because you can really see how much they didn't prioritize.
No,
There's
it got
two
rushed out the door.
There's a two-player mode in this game. There's DLC. This is all stuff they should have stopped doing when they realized they were going to be under a tight schedule.
Yes. Well, the reason they did that was because DLC was hot at the time. Oh my gosh, additional content for a game that you paid $60 for. We've got to do that! That sounds like something that should be right up our alley.
And and if anybody's wondering, hell no, we are not doing the DLC in this game.
No.
If you want to see the game's DLC, go to Some Call Me Johnny. He did it.
But, you know, we've kind of set that also in our LPs of if we do DLC, that game had better be effing worth it. And the DLC had better be worth it, because if it's like, you know, the worst example of DLC was Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the Horse Armor Edition. If it's that, it's not worth it.
Oh, we missed Sonic's. Cool, it's raining fire! Cool, I'm gonna die! Oh shit.
Oh wow, you almost did.
I did almost. Where the fuck am I?
Oh jeez.
These birds are obnoxious little twats that shoot fire at you every 2 seconds.
Yeah, and they actually made a revisit into Generations, and I hated them there too.
Oh my god!
That is game. That is the game's fault, not the player.
Yes, I got hit by that stupid thing. It threw me all the way to nowhere.
All because this guy had to toss his... I get it. You have enemy AI, and here's the thing. You can actually program the enemy AI to not even respond until he's on the platform. I'm not even playing this game, and it's raising my blood pressure.
Let's head into the volcano!
Oh, yes. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in way more hazards than we need to when this game is as broken as it is.
Oh, this game pisses me off, but the Narm charm of it's so awesome.
We both have, I think we both become AVGNs now. We've passed our test. Now we need to start wearing the white shirts and
Pocket protectors.
taking a picture of ourselves with the constipated look. Maybe on our Twitter, folks. Maybe on our Twitter. Which would be twitter.com/DrakandShadowLP. And for those who are like, oh great, more cheap plugin, hey, at least I'm not complaining about the game!
Take your pick.
Exactly. Take which of the hazards would you rather have?
Well, it is funny, we bring up the AVGN right now, but, you know, he as James Roll, not as the nerd, and Mike Matei did play this game a little bit.
They did do it, and he was actually, I think he tackled it a little bit on he did a wish list episode for one of the Christmases, and I think 06 was part of it, along with Sonic R.
Okay, so
Speaking of
apparently
another
with
Sonic game we'll never touch.
yeah, there's invincibility, and guess what? The invincibility stars only show up on Sonic's sprite. Or character model, I guess I should say.
What purpose? Excuse me. Wow, I'm so mad I'm hiccuping! So what purpose was there to doing that? There were really no enemies in your way.
There was, and I clipped right through. Actually, there was an enemy, and I just clipped right through it. I didn't take it out. I just clipped through it.
Serious. How much could you have used that invincibility, like, in the segment previous?
Yeah.
So that that boulder didn't hit you.
I swear that's like the only invincibility in the game, too. Actually, there might be one in Wave Ocean somewhere.
Your guess is as good as mine. I never came across one. And I also know somebody's going to come up and go, well, Drak can't judge us very much, because you play only 4 levels. I can totally judge it, you just don't have to accept my opinion.
And I played through this whole game. This will be my second full playthrough.
You almost made that sound like you were proud of that. Almost.
There is a shred of pride to play this. Whereas Big Rigs is just laughable.
You walk through the fire. That's what you can be proud of. Oh, jeez.
Wanted to go through that ring. Couldn't.
Another thing that I see as a major problem here, your enemies blend in with the background.
Yeah. And that was a problem in Shadow the Hedgehog too. But
you want to make your enemies stand out.
Oh yeah, Force Knuckles segment. And really, Knuckles is just as broken.
If all of the lights shine at
You can already kind of tell.
the way will become clear.
God help you.
Oh, what the hell is going on with his running
He
animation?
is slow as shit. Okay, I can't climb that. Hell, is climbing
He
is...
looks like he's barely moving when he runs.
He is barely moving. His climbing is gimped, his glide is gimped. Everything about Knuckles is horrible in this game.
The fighting freak has been nerfed, I dare say.
How's he ever gonna back you up with a fist metal crackle now?
Not in this game, he won't. And, okay, I'm sorry. Where is that downward tornado going to help you?
Nowhere. You don't...
Now, in Devil May Cry, they implement that. But there's a reason they implemented it. Because you can sit there and shoot endless bullets at everything around you.
Oh, by the way, you want to hurry up because you need to light all these glowy spheres up at the same time.
Seriously.
Come on, light it. Or just be...
How can you even tell it's lit? I can't tell.
It's bright. But I clearly didn't do it right.
But, like, a lot of these ones I haven't been able to tell if the thing is even lit. So, unless they're all lit, you can't go forward.
That's right, and you gotta light them all at the same time.
And so now you have to play process of elimination as to which one is lit and which one isn't.
So it's Hotel Mario, basically.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Let's face it, this is just as bad. There we go.
No, I would dare say this is probably worse than any of the absolute crap that came out off the CDI.
Which, fittingly enough, helps spawn Sony.
Through hatred. That's the best part about that whole thing, is that Sony's PlayStation was spawned through hatred.
Yeah, they really did it out of spite.
It's one of those things that I laugh about in this current day and age, where we're just like, hey, nobody be hating. Hate's not good. Hate fueled the PlayStation, boys and girls. Hate still fuels the PlayStation. They've still said endlessly they would never take a third-party Nintendo game. To all the people that think like Nintendo is done, they should be third-party, no console would take them! Microsoft hates them, Sony hates them, they'd be done! There'd be no Mario. Wow, I'm renting a lot in this LP. There'd be no Mario, there'd be no Zelda, there'd be no Star Fox, there'd be no Pokemon! Because I can guarantee you, if Nintendo goes down,
Hi,
Game Freak's
Storm.
going down with him!
Hey, hi, Storm Shadow 217. Isn't he like our regular?
Why?
He's like our regular pop-up, right?
Him and Whiskey Mac, I think. I'll have to tell them one of these days they're famous.
I found a Chaos Emerald.
Don't
Thank
touch
you
it.
for stating the obvious, Rouge.
What?
Look, Sonic's in the back. Shadow's leading the pack.